Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video I am making a fall pumpkin pie wreath. So here I have two of these 10-yard 10-inch deco mesh from Hobby Lobby, this work frame from Hobby Lobby, and I got this sweeter than pumpkin pie sign from Costco Craft Outlet. These two ribbons I got from Craft Outlet as well. So I normally do make my own work frames, but you know, they were like 40% off for fall, so I thought I'd try them out, and then I like them. Either or, making my own or purchasing one like that is fine with me. I mean, if I can get a good deal on them. So I'll probably go to Hobby Lobby and look at the Christmas stuff and maybe purchase a couple of the Christmas ones because they're 50% off. So not too bad. But here I'm just prepping my sign. I've got these cable tie mounts that I'm just peeling the backing off, and I'm going to add a little super glue to the pads. Not a whole bunch, just kind of dabbing a little bit on just in case, you know, different temperatures outside and humidity and all that other stuff. I just want to make sure that it's on very securely. And I don't know, I don't remember if I do it on this video, but typically what I'll do is go around the edge of the cable mounts and just seal it with some Gorilla Glue, hot glue. But you don't necessarily have to do that. For me, that's just like kind of a comfort thing. I've seen Damon from Deco Exchange do it, and you know, I live in Texas and it gets really hot and really humid here, so I just wanted to make sure that it would stay on. And here, normally I put one pipe cleaner into each of the, excuse me, the cable mounts, and I fold it in half. Well, I figured that way, if I just did one and tied it on itself, then I would be able to use one and not worry about it being too long. So I did that, and it worked. I tried it for the first time and it worked out pretty good. Here I'm taking my deco mesh and I'm just cutting them at 30 inches, and I'm going to do, I believe it is the Cruffle method. It's one of my favorite methods just because it hides the frayed edges and it actually gives it a clean, fresh look. And it gives you two methods in one. It gives you the curl method, and it also gives you the ruffle method. Now, I have never been a big fan of just the curls. I'm trying to start incorporating those more into my wreaths and swags, but this is like the best way for me to add them in. But anyways, I still like it. So I cut 18 of those 30-inch deco mesh, and then I went ahead and I did this Cruffle method for each of the ties on the wreath frame. And then, you know, I could have went ahead and cut them at 40 inches to get rid of all the deco mesh, but I figured I was going to look at maybe doing something else with the rest of the deco mesh. I may do something with it later. I'm not really quite sure, but if you don't want to have any remnants left over on your deco mesh spools, then go ahead and cut them to 40 inches and just do the same method, and all it does is just makes it a lot fuller. So I don't know why I did this, but I showed you how to do it twice, and I think this is because this is the last one for the wreath. I think I put that in there, but yeah, you can see how full it is. And so I just have one more of those work ties to actually put it on. And those are tinsel ties on there. So these are pretty thin. You can get some other ones where the tinsel is is bigger, but I mean, hey, it's whatever you like to do. So here I am, after I got it attached. I'm just trying to put everything in place and make sure it looks nice and full and there's no gaps and stuff. And I think it looks really great. So I'm going to take my ribbons and I'm just going to go ahead and cut them. I want to say, let me see here, because I want to say 13, but I could be lying to you. Yeah, I do them at 14 inches. So sometimes I've been going back and forth doing the 13 inches and the 14 inches, but on this one, I guess I just did the 14 inches. So I'm going to actually cut both sets at 14 inches. And I'm just going to lay the smaller ribbon on top of the larger ribbon. So the larger ribbon is 2.5 inches. And the smaller ribbon is 1.5 inches. And with my 1.5 inches, I always like to really just kind of cut them at a little angle. You can dovetail them if you want, however you want. Or you don't even have to cut them at all. And same with the 2.5 inch ribbon. I like to dovetail those. And, you know, I do want to say it's important for you to buy good quality ribbon. Get a little stiffer ribbon. It definitely holds its shape a whole lot better, and you definitely have to have, well, in my opinion, for like most wreaths and stuff, what holds the shape the best is wired ribbon. If you don't have the wire in it, then it just kind of is flopping around a little bit, and like you do have to be careful with some of the Dollar Tree ribbon, some of the Hobby Lobby ribbon around Christmas, like those stuff in the really big rolls, because like I love buffalo plaid, and I had got a couple of the large rolls. I want to say maybe 40 or 50 yards each, because it was just so inexpensive. And as much as I love it, I did not like the quality because it wasn't thick material, so it didn't hold as good. I mean, it held some, but I definitely told myself I wasn't going to buy the large stuff anymore. I mean, even Dollar Tree, they've got some pretty good ribbon that is coming out, but it's a hit or miss too. But just be careful. I make a lot of wreaths, so I like to do a lot of my buying from Craft Outlet and Hobby Lobby. So most of my ribbon does come from Craft Outlet. So I put in a couple of my tails, and here I just want to try to add a little bit of a different embellishment on there. So I've got this ribbon. I want to say it's an inch, or maybe a little bit smaller, not really sure, but I want to say it's approximately an inch wide, and I just cut it to make a little, bow loops. I don't want to put the tails on it. If you want to put tails on it and add more tails to your other tails you just put in, then you can definitely do that. But I just wanted a little pop of the brown to kind of mix in with all the other beautiful orange, creams, and greens. These are really pretty colors. I like these fall colors. They're just not my style for my house, but this ends up being super cute. I do end up making 18 of those little brown bow loops. I don't really want to call it a bow because it's not a complete bow. Anyways, the bow loops. So on here, I'm going to do that to all of my little tinsel holders. I don't know what to call them. Anyways, and I put those all around the wreath, and I do not create a big fluffy bow. So here I have the majority of my tails and ribbons on and everything, so I'm just kind of putting the last ones on there. So I really like how it looks with everything on there, and I was trying to show you, but I think it's too close to the camera. I was trying to show you the depth of the wreath. So now all I do is I just take my sign and I find some good place in between the deco mesh and just attach it to the ring of the wreath frame. As you can see, I just tied them down just by twisting it through the rings of the top portion of the rings, or the inner portions, and I just secured them really good as much as I could. If you want, you can definitely always cut the pipe cleaner down, and that way you don't have to twist it on there as much. But I also tried to make sure that my sign was on there even, and it wasn't pulled too tight. Otherwise, it'll get kind of embedded into the deco mesh. So here is the finished product, and I think it turned out really cute. I just love how all the colors came together, and I just absolutely adore that sign. So thank you guys for stopping by. I hope to see you in my next video, and until then, y'all have a very blessed day.